Hi everyone, good morning. In this session today we are going to discuss about the basics of SQL. What is SQL? All the things we already discussed, but how our approach is going to be like. So we can take some kind of SQL questions. I have been attending few interviews, so we can get all the questions get prepared. So we can discuss the topics like this one by one by one. So if we like explain the topics like in the regular way, what is where, what is select, what is drop, all the things if we can follow the session, then it will get be boring. Okay, for that reason I just selected the interview questions and then we can explain the concepts in this manner. Okay, after that we can take some real-time project, how the real-time companies, how they are going to work in the SQL server concepts. What project, like if you have some scenario like we have some companies, we want to send some reports on MTD basis. MTD means month to date. So every first day of the month we can send the like previous month data. So previous month means January 1st to January 31st data. Okay, so how we can achieve this concept by using SQL queries? That is one of the real-time scenario. Okay, for that purpose, if you want to implement all the advanced concepts, but we need to understand some basics of the SQL basic commands, how we can retrieve the data, how we can select the data, how we can insert the data, all the things we can follow. So like our approach is going to be like this. We can understand the concepts by going through some interview questions, and then we can understand the questions, and then we can explain the scenarios, like how the scenarios will be. So I'm not going to like tell in the traditional way, but we can like follow this approach. So whatever it is, so if you want to understand something, we need to understand one like what is the SQL and what was the DDL, what is DML. So these things actually first if we get idea, then we can jump into the interview question sessions, and then we can pick any topic and then we can display, and then we can explain all the topics. We can explore more in detail. Okay. Now we are going to now like look into this particular session. Now DDL. So what is data definition language? Okay. So if we look at this hierarchy, what is DDL means? What all commands will come under over here? Okay. So if we want to create some SQL server database, okay, then we can use the create statement. Okay. If you want to design any tables, then we can use the create statement. We can create the objects. So if you want to like, for example, I just created one table, but I don't want this table. By mistake, I just created it. Okay, then we can drop it. Means it will completely remove from the database. Okay, not only the table, we can completely remove the view. We can completely remove the store procedure. Whatever it is, the object completely it is going to permanently delete the tables. Okay, next the alter statement. What alter statement? So by using the create statement, I created one table, but I want to add some customizations too. Like today I just created one table with only the two columns. One is ID, one is the name. But I want to add what kind of gender it is. If it is a female employee, if it is a male employee. Also, I want to add some like later. I want to like add some kind of salary column. So by using alter statement we can do that. So truncate means, so we are going to like so by mistake like we have entered the 1000 rows which is all incorrect data, then we can truncate the table. Means the complete data inside the table it is going to delete, but the structure will remain the same. Okay, so that is the DDL statements. Now we are going to like do some practical on this. Okay. I hope you were seeing right. So now I just created one create statement. So how the create statement syntax will be there means, then first what I can do, I'll just create one database. Okay, create database. Database name is my testing DB and demo DB. Okay, so I'm just going to create this particular select statement and then execute. Okay, now commands completed successfully means our database is created just now. Okay, now how we can see right now, we are not going to see over here. We just right click the database, refresh, and then we can see the database over here, demo database. Okay, now so whatever the objects I am going to work right now, I want to work on the demo DB, not on the master DB. Okay, now there is two ways actually. One, we can select from the drop down. Okay, or else, okay, let it keep in the master, or else we can use statement. Okay, use demo. Okay, now if you see here, right now whatever the command was there, it was in the master database, but now we are going to change this into the demo database. So I just use the use command and then execute. Okay, now so if you look at over here, now we are pointing to the demo database. Okay, whatever objects I am going to work, that is going to store in this particular demo database. Okay, usually how the organizations will be there means, there are databases. See, as we know, right, this is the server. Okay, inside the server we have the databases. How the databases means, we have development database, we have quality database, we have production database. Okay, okay, so this is how the databases: DemoDB, dev underscore DemoDB quality database, DemoDB production database. Okay, so now I'm just going to create dev database. Okay, create database, database name. I'm just going to create dev database. So whatever the work we are going to do, we can do in the dev database. So I'm just changing this. Right now we are in the DemoDB. We are going to change into the demo database. Okay. This is okay. Now right now we are in the development environment. So whatever the work I am going to do it, I am going to work on the development database. Once everything is ready in the development database, these queries is already reviewed by my team leader, my supervisor. Then only we can move the whatever objects we created, we can move to the quality database and then production database. Okay, now come to the DDL statements. What is DDL statements means? So as we understand, the DDL statements are create or drop statement or truncate or alter statements. Okay, so now if you can take my here, how the syntax will be there means, we are just right now working on the tables. Okay, create table, table name. What is the table name? Then what column it is? The column name. So what type of data it is? So it is an integer data. So after that I am just giving the name. What kind of data means? It is a text data. So then I am just putting like that. Okay, I am just going to execute this command under the development database. Okay, now command. So I just wanted to run this query. Okay, so I am just running student. Okay, what was there in my table? I don't have any data. I just created the student table with two names. Okay, ID and name. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to alter the table by adding the student, like address column. Okay, now I'm just going to alter in which table I'm going to add this address column, student table. So that is where, one second.